Good morning, everybody. It's Dean from the Rhode Island Computer Museum. I figured I'd do a little video follow-up to a picture we posted over the weekend of a Dictaphone Model 611 that we got as a donation. And I figured we'd go around the machine and take a look at it. It's quite an interesting machine. It's a little bit of a mystery, but I figured we'll take a look at it together. All right, so here it is. So again, this is a Dictaphone Model 6111, and it was donated over the weekend. We do appreciate the donation. Thank you very much. And it was said to be a word processor. Now, I wasn't here this weekend, so I didn't get to hear anything much about it. So everything I'm saying is going by secondhand. And I tried to do some research over the weekend about anything about this, really. And there's really nothing I'm finding so far. So I want to keep looking, but so I don't know what year it came out. I mean, judging by the look of it, I'm going to say early 80s, early to mid 80s. The keyboard is clicky and loud. It's the kind of keyboard you would see on it's almost like a Commodore 64 keyboard. It's just different color, where the keys are this fully concave shape, where they're like little bowls, so to speak. They have a good feel to them. And, given the layout of the keys on here, you can definitely tell it is for word processing. The fact that it has this, and I don't know what that character is called, I do apologize, but that little paragraph indentation thing, a format key, a lot of stuff that, are their own dedicated keys on here. I mean, there's a spell key, there's a math key, stuff you would have not, bold, underscore. So everything to this, does say it's definitely, word processor. And I found interesting this orange key, and it's like, oh, what does the orange key do? It's just a modifier. It's the same as shift. It just doesn't modify too much from what I can tell. If you see right here, real faintly, you see it says ENV. There's one that says LRN, so I'm guessing you hold and click one of those to do something on there. I think there's a few more over here. Required save. So looks like just some high-end functions right there. It's got a lock button for caps lock. It's not a one that physically locks, so the machine has the ability to, it's not a physical like an Apple II or something. You would press that, it would click down. This actually presses and lets go. So it's something where it's got that kind of functionality to it. It's got the floppy drives, got the main unit. I'm gonna say it's all very heavy. This keyboard it's got to be at least 7-8 pounds. That main unit, I'm going to say, is at least 25 pounds. It's got to be. And this floppy unit here is also pretty hefty. It's got 2 floppy disks on it, floppy disk drives. They are 5 1/4 diskettes. So as you can see, this one says it's the standalone system disk. And one thing that's kind of, bugging me a little is the labels on what I would call the back. I know it doesn't matter per se, but it's just kind of weird. The mechanism, it's typical. Put it in, close the door, close the latch, and instead of opening the latch, you actually push the button. And then it pops the latch, and out comes the disc. So I'm guessing these are probably, 100 and some odd K discs. 2 of them. There's a red light there's a red button right here. That was a light, but it's actually a button. And again, it doesn't click in, so it's some kind of just momentary contact button. And it's got the 2 access lights, a big switch right here, and a knob. Now, I'm going to guess there's probably no volume on here, so that knob is probably going to be for contrast on the display. I don't feel nothing, no other buttons on here. There's no separate power button, so this is power and, like I said, probably contrast. And the last thing here is what looks like the included floppy disk set. Again, this is also marked as Dictaphone. And looking at it, CPM. So that's what's interesting to me. So it's a word processor, but it's got a CPM disk. So ran a version of the CPM operating system. System disk. So no games. I wasn't expecting it, but yeah, there's all system disks in here. System disk, copies of system disk, and another system disk. So that's all that's in there. All system diskettes. And now I did want to show you this. I found pretty interesting. I want to kind of wrangle it around here. So this is the connector for the floppy drive. Now, this is the only connector on it, and oh, that is a hefty connector. Big solid pins, they screw in to attach it. Definitely meant to be permanently attached for quite a while. That's just, so obviously this has, power. So the main unit powers, powers in, and power is going through this along with data to that drive. And it's a pretty big drive. But yeah, and then we have one port right in the front here. You can kind of see that is for the keyboard. And the keyboard is this little 4-pin port. I've never seen a connector like this before. So I'm guessing something proprietary. And again, as far as looking information online, there's nothing. If you put in the model of this machine, all I can find is an old eBay auction for just the main system unit. No keyboard, no drive, no nothing. So this is really interesting. Let's go ahead and I'm going to take you around the back of it just to see what's back there. There's not a whole lot, but we'll go around and take a look anyway. So this is the back of the machine. We have the label right here, Dictaphone. And it says right here 6111. I think I said 21s before, but it almost looks like a C, but it is a 6 if you look close at it. Additional labeling on the bottom, as we put in the post, it says RTEC Pitney Bose. Just some other warning labels on here and some ports. We have power down here that drive for that big gigantic floppy cable. And then a couple of what I'm guessing are serial ports. And one thing that I jumped to the conclusion of just kind of looking at this is, it says Pitney Bose. It has these 2 ports on it. And, Pitney Bose, modern times, makes postage machines where you buy postage at, either at home or at a business, not without going to the post office. And so I immediately jumped to, printer or that type of thing, and serial for a modem. But I don't think that's it. I don't know if they did that at this time. And I still can't find anything online really about this machine. But besides that back here, there's no other ports in the back of the floppy. The display, if we kind of tilt up for a second, there's nothing up there. There's really nothing else in the back of the machine but the labels and the ports. Some writing somebody wrote back here. But that's really it. So let me swing around back to the front and check it out again. So yeah, that's it. That's the machine. So it does boot up. I'm not going to boot it up now. The only reason is these older machines, you never know what's going to happen when you power them back on after they've been off for a while. And if it smokes, I have nobody else here right now to help me if it ends up smoking. I don't want to deal with that right now, just in case. But that's the machine overall, Pitney Bose model 6111. Dictaphone model 6111 or RTEC model 611, whatever label you want to go by that back tag. But that's the machine. It's a bit of a mystery. If you know anything, comment below. Let us know, and we'll see you guys next video.